Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are Carol and Ken and we enjoy touring in our Consort Nova motorhome called Snoopy. We're currently touring in Brittany. This is episode 4 and it's moving on day. We've got to stock up with water and supplies and I'm taking Carol for lunch, but that doesn't go as planned. The weather is absolutely fantastic, so come with us and see Brittany at its best. Yeah. Woo. Right, it's time to do the services here. Now, he's a good lad, isn't he? Well trained by his parents to stop. I love this little gadget for attaching a hose. Makes life really easy. Hopefully that will fit. I don't like it getting dirty, but there's nothing you can do about it. Alright, let's see what happens.
A lot leaks out.
Yeah. Now we just got to hold it for about 3 months. Why can't they just give you a decent tap? We've paid for the damn water.
Full already?
Yeah.
Oh, that was pretty quick then.
If you're looking for a good hose, we can certainly recommend this one. I love the way it coils up so small.
And looks like we've discovered the hole where you empty your cassette toilet. So that'll be the next job.
But have no fear, we're not the sort of channel that wants to show you that. 2 mugs of ginger tea this morning. That'll put hairs on our chest. Meanwhile, Charlie Brown's doing all the video clips.
Multitasking.
Multitasking woman.
Writing my blog on Buy Me a Coffee and downloading the footage from yesterday.
Nice night here last night, very peaceful. A van came in fairly late and scuttled off first thing this morning, obviously to avoid the €5 charge. I wouldn't do that. I think it's so cheap, isn't it? Why would you do that? Right, we've got all the services sorted out, so now we need to get some food sorted out and then we can continue with our trip. And as you can see this morning, the weather is absolutely beautiful, which is very different to the last episode. Now this is not going to be a major shop, so I'm going to stay and look after the van whilst Carol goes in and does the shopping.
The smallest baguette I could find. Other than a pack of 5 small ones.
Okie dokie.
Lovely veg, really nice.
Yeah, the veggies are beautiful, aren't they?
Really. I've got the sardines that we had before. So
Yummy, like them.
And the pitas. A really healthy looking trolley. Well impressed at the till.
Were you? She's trying to pack the fridge in the order we're going to need it. Make our lives easy.
All the shopping's done now, so we're just going to go for a drive, and Ken's found a little air that we want to go and take a look at. It's about half an hour's drive away, so we'll have time to have a look at that before we have some lunch. It's a very nice shopping centre there. I think it's the one near the barrage at St Marlow.
I can go out that way, can't I?
Yeah.
Well, I don't mind to slow down anymore. I don't mind the sound of my shoes on your floor. I don't mind selling out or playing cover songs, just as long as friends and family sing along. And I don't need more money or a faster car, no. Don't need a magazine to call me a superstar, no. I'm gonna take this little house and make a home, and then I'll never have to face my nights alone. 'cause in my heart I hear you speak, and on my face I feel you breathe next to me. Two by land, by air, by sea, and that is how it's supposed to be now, and that much I can say now. I'm pulling loaves of bread down from the shelf.
Well, the best laid plans of mice and men have failed. I was taking Carol for lunch today at a restaurant here, but unfortunately it's closed, I guess because it's out of season. Right, time for a walk on the beach. And we'll get lunch whenever we see lunch, won't we, Bunny?
We'll make our own.
You won't starve.
No.
Very soft, isn't it?
Yeah, sinking quite a long way down.
Well, there's always a silver lining. We walked all the way along this beach to the very end, and before turning around and heading back, contemplating what we were going to be doing for lunch. Emerging back into the sunlight was an absolute delight. Those waves must look enormous to these birds. So what's the plan then? We're gonna give up on a restaurant and just have what we had left over from the other night.
Yeah, we can have that. Heat up that chicken stew that was left. We're having that with the baguette I bought, or part of the baguette.
Yeah, okay.
You can just have a little bit, however much you want.
Yeah. We ain't got any choice really, as there's nowhere else to eat here. So there's our van. We're lucky because we're parked on a hill and it's tilting our solar panels towards the sun. If you want enough power in the winter, it's best to plan quite lengthy driving sessions between destinations. We couldn't really have lunch here because of the slope, so we headed back up to a little air, a bit further back up the road.
So here we are, back at the air, with the lovely view. So this will do us for lunch.
Well, let's get cooking, I'm starving. So whilst we're doing the lunch in that pan, we're going to be cooking all these spuds in Mr. D's. Well, that's my portion of this French bread. Yummy.
Bon appetit.
Are you enjoying your French bread?
I'm starving.
Well, be careful picking this pan up because it gets handles get very hot because the gas goes up the side.
How long are you leaving that for?
I'm going to leave it for 1 hour and then I think they'll be soft. Well, it's time to take our potatoes out. Works well, doesn't it, Mr. D's?
Yeah. So that was 5 minutes where we had to boil the water.
Yeah.
And then 5 minutes. Just leave them for an hour and they're cooked. And you're cooking 8 at a time. Then it's just a little bit of power to reheat them.
Plate of steaming spuds for future meals. So the idea, folks, is to put them in the fridge and then they'll go through retrogradation and they won't spike My sugar level's too much. That's all the mussel banks down there where they're growing mussels on ropes suspended in the water. Wonder how long it takes to grow them. I just looked it up. It takes between 9 and 15 months for them to mature. We've washed the cloths, so in the front window to get them drying. So it looks like you can spend the night here, and there's a toilet there, which is very handy.
What a lovely park up this was on a sunny afternoon.
Absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful view. Time to move on. And we're heading a bit further around the coast, up to another point where there looks like there's a nice harbour for a walk around.
That'd be nice.
If everyone's wondering what the pink flags are everywhere, it's the Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October.
So I'm left here.
Yeah.
Explosions like a heartbeat. Yeah, my mind's keen rushes of emotion. Now let's do it again. There's sweetness and adventure without a venture. TV's got your mind stuck on good reality.
This would be a good walk back up when we're finished.
Yeah. Well, we'll stop off here and look at this monument, and then we can walk all the way down to the bottom.
Yes.
Do a bit of exercise coming back.
Life's much more.
This cannon weighs 2.3 tons, and it was one of 4 that used to be here, and it was used against the British in 1758. Lots of insects here, isn't there?
Yeah. Just flies on them.
Yeah. With observations like that, we'll be getting snapped up by planet Earth. Notice how there's no silly signs warning you not to walk off the edge. The tops are coming off. It's too hot, isn't it?
Yeah, in the sun, isn't it?
They do seem to like their little seaside walkways here, but I would imagine it'd be quite dangerous in rough weather.
We haven't got to go up there, have we?
Not at the moment. Maybe later.
Maybe on the way back. Oh no.
I've got a different route in mind. Well, somebody's been working hard. Look at this sun sculpture in the sand. The French seem to be far more free in letting their kids enjoy themselves. They certainly have some magnificent and what would look like very safe beaches for families. I thought this was a hotel, but looking on Google, they're holiday flats that you can rent.
The market for anything?
Yeah, something naughty.
What to eat?
Yeah, some sort of little treat.
Crepe or something.
I haven't had anything like that for
Weeks and
eons.
Ready? Show me a better kind of love.
Now, what do you fancy?
I was little, couldn't wait to fly. A million miles later, I'm wondering why.
I've weakened. He made me do it.
It's the first treat you've had in, well, months really, I remember.
You show me. Show me a better kind.
I enjoyed my little bit of naughtiness.
Chocolate eclair. Yeah.
Back on the wagon now.
Yeah.
And a nice steep hill to climb.
Yeah. Burn it off.
Never be enough.
What a lovely view.
You show me,
We made it to the top of the hill.
you show me,
Yeah.
There's much room to squeeze in there for the night.
No, I didn't fancy it there.
That
Very
it's like
slopey.
cracked in and it's very slopey.
Yeah. Do the same thing, then I can put the... Look at that, he didn't even look. He just pulled out.
Time to drive off now. We didn't fancy staying there. They were a bit tightly packed together and it was a bit sloping. So we're going to head off a bit further around the coast, ready to continue our travels tomorrow.
Absolutely love their buildings. They always look so substantial. It all looks so pretty, and then we drove into an absolute stink bomb.
They're a bit whiffy.
It's a bit whiffy.
Phew.
Not having a plan and just driving until you feel like stopping. That's what campervanning is all about.
They've got bins here. They've got a bottle bin and general waste bin. That's about all the services. Probably you can empty your wastewater down here. £3.50 for 24 hours. Okay, here's my tickets. Good, go and put them in the car. €3.50 for a night.
Thank you, France, for having some of the best campervan infrastructure in Europe. So I'm cooking up this bulgur and rice, and it's going to go in the fridge so it can regenerate for tomorrow. So the whole box only needs 500 millilitres of water, so that's easy. And that's what it looks like. Lovely smell when you waft it. Keep the midges out.
Are there midges then?
I haven't seen any, no.
No, I'm not worried about them.
Well, I am the one that got bitten about 8 times while trying to fill up water at that air. Do you remember?
Well, that was mosquitoes.
Yeah. So my tea's arrived. It's 2 pita breads with sardines and cheese, and they look yummy. YouTube's on. Simple tea, so not much washing up tonight. Nice and easy. I think this camera has been drinking. Yep. Is that the last thing?
Yeah. What is the last thing?
It's all got very misty. Got the heating on this morning. We're a cosy 21 degrees centigrade in here. Did you sleep all right last night?
Yeah, very well. We had quite an early night.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? I think we always sleep better in the van, don't we, than we do at home.
It's very just cosy and relaxing, isn't it?
We're having to manage our power a bit more carefully because we're not moving very far in the van. So it's always a challenge when that happens. So we're not doing any electric cooking or boiling the kettle, just using our gas. And LPG is plentiful over here, so that's no problem. Well, we were going to go out for a walk this morning, weren't we? A nice long one.
We were. There's a nice coastal walk you can do all the way up to the tip where there's a lighthouse at, what's it called, Freyhell?
I'm not sure. But look at the weather, folks.
Yeah.
It is socked in at the moment, so I'm going to wait and let that burn off. Otherwise, we're not going to see a dicky bird. So in the meantime, we are going to cook a chilli, put it in Mr. D so that it can long cook for our lunch, aren't we?
Yeah. And then we're going to have lunch, and then after lunch we're going to go for our exercise.
That's the way to do it.
And by then the sun should be out and burnt off all the mist.
Right, I've got some oil in there with my chilli, black pepper. I put some mixed herbs in, don't normally put them in there, but I fancied some. And here we've got some nice French beef. The beef is sizzling and Mr. D has got some water in the bottom and is warming up. Right, the chili beans are in and the sauce, we're just using a pre-cooked sauce to make it nice and easy. And I'll bring this up to a good boil and then I'll be putting it inside Mr. D. Now, I don't know if this will all fit in here. No problem. So, pop that lid on, let this heat up a little bit more, then we'll put him in Mr. D's down there. Well, we'll do it for a couple of hours, maybe 3 hours. Nice. It makes a really nice chili, doesn't it? All the meat is deliciously soft.
Yeah.
I love Mr. D's. There's something lovely about knowing that your dinner is slowly cooking away there without any power requirements. So about 10 minutes before we're ready to eat, we'll pop our pre-cooked jacket potatoes in the hot water underneath the chili and they'll warm them up for us nicely. The mist is lifting, so we'll be able to go out for a walk after lunch. That'll be good. What do you think of those olives?
Yeah, they're not bad. They're nice and firm.
Yeah.
And quite big portion.
So I got a bit of a rash on my face again today. And that hasn't been there for quite a while. So we're putting that down to the bread and that eclair I had yesterday. So interesting to see how quickly it can affect me. That's chili.
Super duper.
Is it delish?
Full of flavour. Gets really deep, intense flavour.
Yeah, when the longer you cook it, it does. We're off to the point.
Where are we going?
Well, you know the name of it, I don't.
I think it's Cap Freyhel.
Okay, we'll see.
And it's how many kilometres? It's quite a way.
I've no idea.
It's going to take about
2 or
over an
3
hour,
hours.
hour and a half going the coast route or
Yeah.
more. Yep.
Okay.
See, it's a lovely afternoon for it, not a cloud in the sky.
Does it make you want to buy a property in France?
Not really in France, I don't think.
Oh, I think I could.
Could you?
Yeah, I think it's absolutely beautiful here.
But then if you've got a property, you're coming back to the same place all the time, aren't you?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Whereas with a camper van, you can just go to different regions.
Righty. We certainly are liking staying on airs, aren't we?
Yeah, they're a no-brainer, aren't they?
Cheap and simple. Haven't got my blooming zoom lens, and there's a lovely big bird of prey sitting on top of that post. Let's see how close we can get to him.
Let me try and get a photo with my
Yeah.
lens.
Here he goes. Here we go. This is where we can leave that horrible road. Enjoying your walk, Chutney?
I am, yep. That looks nice. Path out to the sea.
It's a very rocky track, isn't it?
Yeah,
You really feel it now in these freaks.
in your barefoot shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not good for you though.
uphill now.
I don't know what the purpose of this little wire is. I know it's a fence, but it just seems to be at the perfect height to trip you up. And quite often it disappears in amongst the foliage. Because the path is very clear. I would think it's probably a gentle reminder to stay on the path.
Is that a lifeboat?
Lifeboat.
Is it?
Yeah, that's a lifeboat, all right. Wonder what this is then. It's like it could be something to do with the Second World War,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's obviously been dug out for something and reinforced.
Substantial structure, isn't it?
Massive.
He's got a nice day fishing down there. There are some massive steps here. Oh!
Good job you're doing your squats.
Yeah, I've been. I can stand up and down like a good one these days.
Good.
There have been several lighthouses at this spot. The first was built in 1695, and that just had an open coal fire on its roof. This one was built in 1946, and it stands 33 metres tall. It's a long way up to the top, but at least it's easy to pass people coming down the stairs. Your legs feeling it yet?
Yeah, a little bit.
We're here.
Woo!
It's high up,
Wow,
isn't it?
yeah.
Blimey.
It is high. Don't look over the edge.
It's pretty high.
Wow. Oh. Look, we're higher than this building here.
Yeah. I wouldn't fancy walking up those steps, that's for sure. So that's the castle that we could see yesterday or the day before, I can't remember now.
Yesterday from the car park.
And here's another air right up by the lighthouse, but there's only space for a very few number of vans there. Well, it's a substantial old tower, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like it's going to fall down at any time.
Nope.
Well, this is the cool side, isn't
Yeah.
it? The sun's much colder. Right, we're out to the end now. We're going to turn around and start heading home. I think this guy had some friends down on the boat that's about to come into view.
Whisper softly that I might see you again. Hold me down and watch the water rise. Pull me out and bring me back into this life. 'Cause I'm ready for a forest fire. Forest fire.
The Hawks back again. I was intrigued to see how this tractor turns around when it's ploughing.
Mountain lines in the distant view. Clouds of smoke and all the sky is turned from blue. It's passing down, it's a western side. Houses on the hills to evacuate. 'Cause I'm ready for a fall.
Well, I have to admit, we're a bit knackered now and looking forward to a nice cup of tea.
I need a forest fire, forest.
We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give us a like, hit that subscribe button and share us with your friends. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Okay, so this is a plate of naughtiness that we're not supposed to have. But
I'm an
it's
elf.
treat number 2
My
for
sweet
me.
tooth.